Good morning everyone, hope everyone is doing well. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be putting to the test everything that I bought from the Sephora VIB sale and that I've received so far. So I think I have almost a full face. So we're gonna go ahead and try all these new products and see how they go on my face. All I have is my brows done. I don't even have primer, so we have to do that. So if you're new to my channel, I would love for you to subscribe. It would mean so much to me. And now let's get right into the video. So for my primer, I'm going to go with a primer that I already know works with everything. So I'm going to use the Supergoop Glowscreen primer. This is, I'm sure everybody knows by now, it's a primer slash sunscreen for your face. And this works really very good with all of the foundation I've tried so far. Today I have a foundation, well, it's a skin tint that I'm excited to try, and that is the Fenty Beauty Skin Tint, and I got mine in the shade 2. This is the Eavesdrop. It's pretty tiny, as you can see. It is so small. I love the shade. I think it'd be a good match. So I squirted 2 small pumps and see how this does. I'm gonna apply it with a brush. I'm gonna use my Merit brush. Okay, so far I'm loving it. I can see why so many people love this product. Right away, I felt like this product is very thin, very smoothing. It hydrates your skin. It provides a tiny bit of coverage, not much. As you can still see the imperfections on my face. I am loving how my skin feels. It feels just like my skin with a little bit of coverage, glowiness, hydration to it. So definitely a very good skin tint for a daily basis use. I love this. Now for a concealer, I don't have one from the Sephora sale. However, I do have the Lancome Ultra Wear Concealer. This is in the shade 250 Bis W. So this is pretty new in my collection, and it is from Sephora. So I'm gonna use this for the inner corner and outer corner, and I'm gonna go in with my sponge. Wow, this skin tint gives me like glass skin vibes. Let me zoom you guys in. You guys see that? I know you've probably seen reviews on it, but this is my first time I'm putting my hands on it, and look how beautiful the skin looks. There's some kind of magic in that skin tint. Now let's go in with bronzer. For bronzer, I do have the NARS Laguna bronzer, and I got this in a mini because it's my birthday month, so Sephora let me choose something for my birthday month. So for this guy, I'm going to use a brush. This is my Moda multi-purpose powder brush. It's a tiny bronzer. So let's start right here. Ooh, it's a very beautiful shade. And it does have some little speckles of shine, like sparkles inside, but you can't see them on the face. So I'm assuming that this bronzer is more of a glowy bronzer. I'm loving this guy. I might have to pick up the big one. Now let's move on to blush. I have 2 blushes and I don't know which one to choose. I have the Patrick Ta Shiso LA, and then I have the Foxglove by Rose Inc. I don't know, this is going to be a tough decision, but I think let's go with the Patrick Ta. I really wanted to try this for a while. I can try this in another video. I did try it when I tested out the Natasha Denona Glam palette. I kind of showed you guys that this is very similar to the blush in that palette. But oh, look at this blush. It is just stunning. So I think he says that you add the powder blush on first, then you go in with the cream one. But I want to go in with the cream one first and then set it with the powder. So for the cream one, I'm gonna use this Cole Beauty slanted brush like this. And oh, I don't want to touch it. Wow, now this is the type of blush I'm really loving, which is very similar to a bronzer color. I love this type of blushes. Now again, this was sold out and it finally came back in stock for the Sephora sale. So I was so happy to see that because I was eyeing this for a very long time. Anyways, so this is the cream blush and I'm gonna go over with the powder blush. For the powder blush, I'm gonna use the Mora Buffer brush. This is such a pretty brush. Look at this, guys. Love this. Now let's see. Ooh. So it just intensifies the shade more. You can still see the glowiness from the actual blush, cream blush that we applied. But I think that it is best to apply the powder blush like he says, and then go in with the cream one. Otherwise, you could see little patchiness because it attaches to the cream blush, but you know what, it looks pretty beautiful. Looks beautiful no matter what, but that's like an observation. So I think it's best to follow his instructions and apply the powder first and then the cream. This is probably one of my favorite blushes in my collection thus far, so I love that. Now let's go in with a highlighter, guys. Oh, look at this beauty by Melt. Isn't this gorgeous? This is the Melt highlighter in the shade Stargaze. Let's give it a good shake. This is a huge highlighter. I'm gonna pump a little bit on my hand. I'll show you guys how this looks. Now let's apply it to the cheek right here. Wow. And I'm gonna use a brush, which this is my favorite brush to apply highlighter. That looks stunning. That's a lot. Like, you don't need to use so much. Look how much I have left on my hand. This is a stunning highlighter. Do you guys see that? Let me zoom in. What do you guys think? Ooh, look at that. Beautiful. And look how much more I have left on my hand. I can do my whole hand with it. You see the difference? Beautiful. Now, let's move on. We're gonna move on to the eyes soon, but in the meantime, let's spray this whole face. I didn't powder my under eye area. I'm gonna use my regular Pat McGrath under eye Fetish powder. So for my spray, I'm gonna use the new Milk Hydro Grip Set Refresh Spray. I gave it a good shake. You can see when you don't shake it and it settles, there's the green on top and there's the blue water on the bottom. You can see now the divider right here. And then you give it a good shake. So let's spray it on the face. Ooh, very interesting smell that it has, but very nice and hydrating on the face. It's hard to tell with setting sprays. They all kind of seem very similar to me. I hate using setting sprays because it sprays my hair and then it makes my hair all frizzy, which I don't like, but I heard really great things on this Milk setting spray, so I wanted to try it out. I see a lot of glowiness on the face, so I love it. Now, let's move on into the Natasha Denona Glam palette. Isn't it pretty? Isn't it pretty? I just love it. So today I'm gonna create a cool tone silver type of look, and I'm gonna follow kind of what it tells me to do. So I'm gonna go with the transition shade and put it in my transition area. This is such a beautiful cool tone transition shade. It pulls more on the grayish side, which I like. Okay, so now I'm gonna move on to the crease shade. So it's the one next to it that says crease. So for the crease shade, I'm gonna use this Real Techniques Essential Crease Brush and put that in my crease. So this comes to be more of a darker grayish tone. Her shades, I don't know, they just blend so smoothly, like with no issues at all, no patchiness, nothing. Coffee break. Look how beautiful that shade is. Now let's go in with Smoke. Let's use Smoke on the outer corner right here. For that, I'm going to use a Real Techniques, and this is the shading brush, which is more of a flat brush like this. And add this in the outer corner to smoke out this outer corner a bit. Do you guys see that? Look at the difference. So pretty. There's absolutely no fallout at all. Now let's go on with outer eyelid. Let's try this and put this in the outer eyelid just a tiny bit. Right here. On top of Smoke. That's such a pretty shade. Shades are very easy to work with, very smooth. There's no fallout in the pen. There's no patchiness fallout on my face. Oh, I love this. Such a pretty shade. Then I'm gonna go on with the center eyelid shade right here and put this in the center. Again, connected to the other shade we just placed. So we're trying to move on from the darkest to the medium to the lightest. And now I'm gonna go in with the inner corner shade, which is this lightest silver. Ooh, I love all the silvers. Another beautiful, beautiful sparkly shade. And use this in the inner corner right here. Wow. Okay, so I can literally say that this palette, along with her Glam palette, are my favorite palettes in my collection. I love the shades so much. I would wear the shades. I don't care that it's winter time, summertime. I would definitely wear them whenever I feel like it because I love them so much. Now I'm gonna go with this Morphe small fluffy dense brush and use the same inner corner and add this in the actual inner corner here as well for extra highlight. If you want a little bit more pop of a highlight in the inner corner, you can spray your brush. And now let's use the same brush and I'm gonna go into the brow bone shade, which tells me right here that's the brow bone shade, which is more of a golden champagne highlighter, and add this underneath the brow bone. Now let's follow this rule and go into the lash line right here. And I'm gonna use this angled brush by Real Techniques. And I'm gonna use it to create a lash line right here. Add it to the lash line here. Just darken that lash line a tiny bit. I'm gonna go into Smoke right away, right this guy here. And I use the same Real Techniques brush, which is this fluffy flat brush, and just smoke up the bottom lash line. What do you guys think? I think that the eyes turn out really, really good. I don't know if I want to add anything in my waterline. Yes, I will. I'm gonna go in with this ColourPop gel liner in the shade Kicker, which is this silver gray liner. Let's see how it looks on the hand. I don't know if this will be able to see in the waterline, but I'm gonna try it and add that silver in. That looks very pretty. I love this ColourPop gel liners. They just add a little fun pop of color with any eye look. Now, let me show you this trick, which you probably heard me talk about it. I'm going to use my concealer brush, get a little bit of concealer on it, not much, and kind of clean this area up with this. This is the Rare Beauty concealer brush. You see how beautiful this is made perfectly for something like this, and it just gives it a nice clean effect. Now let's go ahead and apply mascara. Mascara, I don't have anything new, so I'm gonna go in with something that you can find at Sephora, and I'm gonna use the McGrath Fetish Eye Mascara. I'm gonna apply this off camera, and I will be right back, and we will continue with lips. Enjoy this intermission, and I will see you right back. Okay, so mascara is applied. Here is the final eye look, a close-up so you guys can see. I think everything turned out really good. So now let's move on to the lips. So for the lips, I've received this NARS Laguna lipstick. It's more like a lip balm. It looks like a lipstick, but when you apply it, it looks like a lip balm. Such a pretty, pretty shade. I love the shade. So let's go ahead and line up the lips. And for the lining up the lips, I'm going to use this Essence Stay 8-Hour Lip Liner in the shade Tea Time, which is this one right here. And now I'm gonna go ahead and apply this guy here. So you can see it's more balmy than a lipstick. So it's a balm with a tint of brown, which I really love. It reminds me of the Merit lip oil in the shade Taupe. I just love this type of lipstick. I love a good matte lipstick as well, but this is the one that I had from Sephora in this VIB sale right now. So here is the final look. What do you guys think? I would love to hear your thoughts. Now remember, I didn't use any powder on my face, only underneath my eyes to set up the concealer, but I wanted to leave this skin tint as is. And starting with the skin tint, I have to give you my final thoughts on this. Definitely recommend it. I agree with everyone else. I wanted to try it and see what is all this fuss about this Fenty skin tint. I know I have the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Hydrating Longwear Foundation, and this is one of my favorite foundations. I just purchased an extra one to have, and this is actually in my top favorite skin tint slash foundations, whatever you want to call it. But I love the finish look. I love the hydrating feeling it gives me. It seemed like you apply a very thin layer of a cream on your face. It absorbed beautifully in the skin, leaving your skin very healthy looking, glowy, hydrating, and adding a tiny bit of tint to your face. Definitely recommend it. Shade number 2 is my perfect shade. I love it. I have two products in one here. I have the cream product and I have the powder product. I would definitely recommend what he's saying to add the powder first, then the cream blush on top, because that will give you that nice glowy balmy type of cheek, then you can add it the way I did, which I added the cream then this blush. But then it's a little bit harder to work because the powder will catch on to your cheek, and it could look patchy if you don't blend it. But definitely recommend this one. This is my favorite blush in my collection so far. I like it better than his other one because of the shade. I love this type of shade more. The bronzer, the NARS Laguna bronzer, I think this looks very this looks stunning on the skin. It just looks like you have a bronze from the sun and not makeup. It looks a very there's like no patchiness, nothing. It blended into the skin smoothly, has a little tiny bit of a glow, not much, but perfect to make you think that you're not wearing makeup. So I love this cute bronzer. I might have to pick it up in the bigger size because this is the mini one. For the Milk Hydro Grip Set Refresh Spray, definitely refreshing, definitely hydrating. I can't tell, my face looks really glowy, beautiful. The makeup has not moved. I have to wait till the end of the night to see how actually this works. But I heard great reviews on this. I wanted to pick it up. This is the mini version, which is perfect for me. I barely use setting sprays, not that much, but I wanted to try it. I love the color. So if you love setting sprays, I heard great reviews on this, and that's what I went based on. I love how it went on my face, how it made my skin feel. Has a funky smell, but it doesn't last. It's just while you apply it. So I really love this product as well. Of course, I'm going to love all these products because these were on my wish list from Sephora. Now, talking about the Lancome, you guys know how I feel about this guy. Definitely grab this. This is the best concealer I've owned. Let's see what else. The palette. Oh, for the palette, Natasha Denona Glam palette. Now I have a couple Natasha Denona palettes, but this palette is my favorite out of them all. The formula is the same. Natasha Denona has amazing formula, so it's not the formula. I love this palette because of the shades. I think those shades look very good with my skin tone, my eyes. I just love playing with the shades, and I really love that she actually named them the way she named them. I know some people are not very happy about that, but I'm actually very happy to see that she named them the way she did. It makes it so easy to use. It doesn't make me think twice on what should I put in my inner corner, outer corner. I just have the ideas here, and it makes it so that you can create a look very fast on the go, from very easy to very glam. So definitely recommend this palette. If it's back in stock, I would say go grab it because this is my favorite palette, favorite Natasha Denona palette so far. Okay, next, what else do we have? The lipstick, the NARS Laguna Lip Balm / lipstick. It is a beautiful hydrating lip shade lip balm with a tint of color. I love this type of color. It's a very neutral brown, and it makes my lips very hydrating without being sticky, without transferring onto the teeth. So this is a beautiful lip product. And what else do we have here? Let me see. Did we go through everything? Yeah, I think that's it. I don't know if I forgot anything in this video because my desk is completely full of makeup. I'm definitely obviously recommending all of them. You guys see how everything applied on the face. I'm very happy with everything. If I were to choose a favorite, I cannot choose a favorite, but I can choose 3. Natasha Denona Glam, Fenty Beauty what is this called? Fenty Beauty Ease Drops, and the Patrick Ta blush. Those are my 3 favorites in this video. I love them all equally, but this I just love a tiny bit more. It made a difference on my face. So if you really enjoyed this video, I would love to hear what was your favorite product in this video, or what was your favorite product you picked up from the Sephora VIB sale that you've used and you really enjoy. Love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. Don't forget to talk to me down there. I would love to interact with you guys. So if you're new to my channel and you love this video, I would love for you to subscribe. It would mean so much to me, and I will see you in my next one. And don't forget, always be yourself. Love you guys. Bye.